And what these guys do is really cool. Every time that I go to one of their events, it's completely different from the next one. Sometimes they are at Café du Soleil, and they're bringing together artists and scientists, and they're collaborating with each other. And I find it fascinating because I originally started in the arts, and now I'm working in science communication, and it's kind of like two different languages that artists and scientists speak. So I think it's really unique what they're doing. And we're going to bring up two speakers that worked on a project actually with the Space Center. We did a show back in August called Neural Constellations, and we're going to watch a video from a dance number that was done by a bunch of neuroscientists that was meant to kind of visualize what's going on inside the brain. So this is scientists using art to sort of express this really cool concept. So I'm going to introduce a couple of the neuroscientists. First, we're going to have Cheryl Louadi, who is the experimental scientist from UBC, who also works in the field of neuroscience. And a little bit later on, Cheryl Wellington, who's also a professor of neuroscience at UBC. So Sarah, did you want to go over to the microphone, or? Oh, no, this one? No, you're over here, Sarah.
Oh, okay.
This is where the special light is. By the way, you should probably not shine that black light on too many other places in this. Just saying. So we're going to start the video, and Sarah is going to talk about what we're watching.
Hi. Great. Curiosity. Excitement. Wonder. Fear. Our opening comprised individual embodiments of a plethora of emotions and styles, our chance to introduce the rich variety of our team. Neural lessons brought together neuroscientists and dancers, students, a professor, artists, and a costume designer. The center of the room, where sits the projector, known as Herbert, was repurposed to act as our synaptic cleft, the gap between two neurons where a connection is established. The amphitheater was an unconventional space for a dance performance and allowed for our creativity to run free, for us to think out of the box and imagine new ways to connect with our audience. In research, we are confronted with different challenges every day, and often takes a shift in perspective to see the big picture or to address scientific inquiry. The costumes you see here were designed and made specifically for this project. Very much like green fluorescent protein-stained cells under the microscope, they glowed in the dark amphitheater of the Macmillan Space Center, helping us maintain a certain visibility to the audience under the circulum dome, and at the same time, enable some of us to achieve our dream of being a shiny neuron, in the figurative sense at least. We wanted our dance to be both visually appealing and well coordinated, but most importantly, it needed to be informative and expressive. Connectivity was our theme, and what a better topic to explore than memory through life. We all agreed that the music needed to be layered and long enough for us to convey a meaningful message. This piece, I Fell in Love by Gitch, stayed true to its name, won our heart, and unanimously passed the vote. Once we identified the number of beats to a phrase that would be repeated through the song, we each contributed with a series of movements that would make up a combo. And here is born our memory, repeated, rehearsed, and communicated from neuron to neuron until complete synchrony. Connected, synchronized, activated. The memory is vivid, and neurons are functioning at high efficiency. Remembering and rewinding past events doesn't seem difficult. Ephemeris, degenerative. As our dance is approaching the end of its lifespan, connections are lost in the turmoil of disrupted physiological processes, and the combination of movements we had consolidated falls apart. Formerly shiny, activated neurons are now withering, degrading, and there's no transmission possible, no memory to be found. Solely individual cells losing internal balance, disrupted to a point of no return in their structure and homeostasis.
And so we'll welcome Cheryl Wellington, the professor of neuroscience, also a dancer.
What an incredible project this was to collaborate with Curiosity Collider. As somebody who actually hasn't been a student for a long time now and can relate to the concepts of vulnerability, of a lot of, it never stops, where you feel like your peers and the people above you might not have their shit together. We pulled it, this was a really incredible project to bring arts and science right at the interface. It's a great day for me today. I had a PhD student pass her comprehensive examination, and yay, she kicked holy ass with it. It was wonderful to see. And just to kind of put it in context, how for a lot of the students in the room, it might be a bit mysterious about how this actually works when you go get a grant funded. But the conversation around the table, just to illustrate one anecdote about how sometimes even I will look at my peers and go like, how did this happen? The first question that she got asked was, should Alzheimer's disease have an apostrophe or not? And she just kind of looked and said, I looked as well. But it's what happened today was an example of what this project was really all about, and that is to bring people with very diverse backgrounds together. Over the course of the examination, there was a cardiologist, a neuroscientist, a clinician, and an immunologist, and together the project had all of that scope toward it. The collaboration that we did here also brought art and science together, and that's really important. This is the first time in Canada that we have more people over the age of 65 than we do under the age of 14. So we are now in an era in our population where there are more older people. And there's really a lot of worry within the field about Alzheimer's disease and memory loss, and how can we prevent these sorts of problems as we get older. And that's my field of research at UBC. The number one thing that works, hands down, way better than any drug that has ever been tested, is lifelong physical activity. But we don't know how it works. And there's a whole field of research out there now that is looking toward, should it be strength, should it be endurance, what do we do? And not every, but a lot of people have been exposed to the messages of just keep exercising, just don't sit on your ass for more than 23 hours a day. That's usually a good guideline. That's what we tell people, and it works. But one of the things that really brought us together within this project was that there's something quite special about dance itself. So dance has physical activity, obviously, cognitive challenge, learning moves, learning how to move different parts of your body. There's novelty. It's rarely the same thing over and over and over again. There's also salience. A lot of people find through dance, they find a connection with themselves, a connection with being able to be vulnerable with, if you're dancing with a partner, to be able to move in synchrony with that partner, social engagement. All of these things are being individually tested right now with respect to their efficacy on preventing cognitive decline and maintaining healthy aging. But nobody that I have seen has put it all together. And so one of the things that really attracted me about this project, and is the brainchild really of a student that was really highlighted in the video, Nyla Kuhlman. I'm on her PhD advisory committee, and she's doing fantastically, is there a way to really draw out and quantify what are the benefits of dance in particular on neural function, especially as we get older. So what I just absolutely adore about the Curiosity Collider is that it brings those two communities together. And at this stage in my career, where it's more about me setting up careers and trying to pass on things to my own students and fellows, I'm often asked, what can we do as scientists that are out of the box? What new innovative ideas can we bring to the table in this battle to prevent cognitive decline during aging? And there could be a lot of room for increased collaborative opportunities between the arts and the sciences to really try to understand what is the magic mix between these sorts of activities, to find something that means something good to you, that has those elements of physical activity, cognitive challenge, novelty, and salience, and social engagement. And I'm sure you can all think of something that might work for you as well, especially given the venue that we are in right now. So that's really, thank you for attending to the video and to listening to Sarah's sort of commentary of this. There was a lot of meaning behind this and a lot of good that can come from this merge, this work at the interface of art and science. So thank you.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Teresa. I'm the Community Relations Director and one of the founders for Curiosity Collider. Also, Community Relations Director means that you're the person who goes on stage and do a little spiel about your organization when you have to. But anyways, I just want to first also highlight that Nyla, the whole idea for Neuro Constellation really came from Nyla coming to us and going, well, I dance and I'm a neuroscience student. Wouldn't it be great if we can put neuroscience and dance together? And we started from that. And the organization, Curiosity Collider, is really about putting science and art together and trying to support those activities. And I'm here today, and also Char over there is our creative director. Can I, Char, do a wave? So if you have ideas, please feel free to talk to us. Our next event will be, I believe it will be on November 16th. It's to be confirmed, but if you're interested in collaboration, if you're interested in learning more about art and science, or even any science collaborating with any discipline, please come join us and chat with us during the intermission. Thank you very much.
And Cheryl, that was it was a really cool experience to see you guys come into our space, and it was really neat as a astronomy organization bringing in artists. I know that a lot of my coworkers who are very used to working with scientists were a little bit out of their element working with artists in our space, and but I kept telling them that it was going to be a worthwhile endeavor. And I think that in any of our organizations, if you're a science organization or if you're an arts organization, I think this is a really important collaboration, bringing these two fields together, because I think that they're really important. They speak to my heart, and I know that they speak to most of the people's hearts in this room. So,
did you just point at me? And
well,
then
I was going to say
my
and
name?
Kaylee, but then I was like, well, most everyone here too. So, thank you so much.
time.
Definitely check them out for their future collaboration.